is a view of the light, a fire burning through the night. We rise, we shine, we take the fight. The view of the light.
There we go.
beautiful, Rhonda.
Oh, and poorly played, but that's okay. It got this case across.
Hello, one and all, and welcome to a final adventure on Spirit Sessions, A View of the Light. We have all come together for the last time, which means a closing and an opening for all of us. So there's really so much excitement to be had here today. And I want to thank Rhonda Elliott from Cerulean Forest Reiki for being with me all these years. And Katie too, Katie Steinley. I don't remember. What's it called again? Yours, Katie?
Discover your
Yes.
design.
Yes, discover your design. Oh my God, Katie does all that. And Jackie, the queen of storytelling. Okay, Jackie, thank you for all that you have brought to us. And I welcome you. Thank you for being a part of this very special, maybe emotional last show. I forgot the tissue, but so I'm not going to be crying, no. But thank you for all this. Rhonda, would you like to take it away here? Wait, unmute.
I always do that. Doesn't matter what meeting I'm in. Today we're saying farewell, but you can reach us all at our special places. We're so glad to have Jackie Dennison, the owner of veryparanormal.com, who has hosted us for the last few years on her network. Unfortunately, Jessica Dugas, the owner and network producer of the Breakthrough Show Network, can't be with us today, which is too bad because she's done so much for us in the last years, getting us a little bit more polished and just bringing her enthusiasm. And I still can't look into the camera when I do this. I don't know why. And Katie Steinley, our cub recorder, what do we call her? A special correspondent, telling us all about the space weather and the human design. I'm so glad you're all with us today. We couldn't start the month of June without, giving cards, because cards are kind of our thing as well. We like to do that and give everybody. And Katie's going to give us a lovely, maybe 10-minute space report on what's going on for this summer. Summer solstice is coming up. And Jackie is going to tell some of her stories from her new show. And she's just started season 2 of Haunted History over in the UK. So besides going into Very Paranormal to check out all her past seasons of Rescue Medium and her new seasons of Very Paranormal, Haunted History, and all the other shows that are on there, because it's like Gaia for psychics. And it's great. It's a great place to get all your paranormal stuff. So great a place to see all that. So I think I'm going to ask Teresa to start off with the first card for Gemini. And maybe, I know you're all prepared because you always are for Gemini. And so I'm going to put you on the big spotlight here. Let me get my labels there. Sorry.
All right, dear Gemini. So we always pull a card first for the season, which is Gemini season. And then next we'll pull a card for everyone else. And I am reading from the book. I know it goes both ways. Everybody, no, I don't read from the book. There's some good points that were channeled here that I want to share with you guys because it matches everything. Can you believe how much it matches everything going on? Well, Geminis, you're about to see right now. The card I pulled for you is, see how pretty it is? Realm Bridger. I can't say it. Realm Bridger. There you go. Isn't that gorgeous?
Beautiful.
This deck is by Izzy Ivy. It is called Beyond the Maria. I dig that artwork so much. Okay, so this is reminding us, each and every one of us, you are the pioneer of your life. The way forward may be in your dreams and in your visions. Okay, touch into that. Be creative. Don't take on the opinions of others. It's time to think and do things a whole other way. Can you feel that growing within you, you know? After all, as the saying goes, insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Really be given permission here, Gemini, to go and follow your dreams. No, really, not just in the words. What is the first step you can take? Is it an internal step or is it a physical step? Now's the time, and it's for you. Embrace that. Next. I can't hear you, Rhonda. No. Holding space for Rhonda's voice. Whoa. Oh, come back, Rhonda. You want to go out and come in again? Can't do that either. Sign language?
Sign language.
Yeah, I'm open.
Yeah, it was. She was working just a minute ago.
I know. I wonder if there's anything I can do helpful.
Okay, now it is showing on mute, Rhonda.
Oh,
You can hear me now?
yes.
Yeah, okay. Sorry. I guess my card was too, yeah. I moved my mic. That was the problem. Sorry, you guys. Just like normal on a normal episode. Doesn't matter if it's the last one or the beginning. This one is for Gemini. I've always said the twins. Sometimes I say it's the two-faced ones. I shouldn't say that, but I know lots of Geminis and I love them dearly. My mom was a Gemini, so it was wonderful. She was born May 29th, and so I have lots of Geminis. So you have the two aspects of every person in Gemini. It's quite interesting. And this one's called the Spirit of the Dragon for you Geminis. And this one says from the Sacred Forest Oracle from Denise Lynn. And she says, within you dwells the remarkable power to manifest your dreams, gain riches, and activate ancient wisdom. Take back your power and express your strength with grace. This card suggests it's time to step into your power and take charge of your life. Look to see if anyone in your life who is trying to run the show, and speak your truth and take back your authority of your own life. You're ready to stand in your strength. If you've lost or given anything away to someone or something else, it's time to reclaim it. So get rid of your limiting beliefs and soldier on. All Geminis, this month's the month to do it. And I think that moon had a lot to do with throwing away all those old concepts we keep of ourselves. You throw them away and now you take forth and walk forward, onward. So that's it. I didn't know if Jackie had a card she wanted to share because she always has cards and she's quite.
And you know what? I do. And I've just been listening to both of you. And it's so bizarre because I've got two decks of cards here that I really like. And the first deck, I just want to show you these. These were gifted to me.
Oh,
Lovely.
that's beloved dead. Never heard of that
these
one.
were gifted. Yeah, Tina Hart, who I think you've had on your show. Tina has been on your show, I think, and Carrie Paris. So these two lovely ladies gifted these cards to me, and at the time they weren't available in England, and they are so unusual in that they feature. So if I should just show you the back of the deck, they feature individual Can you see that? They feature
Yep.
individual people there. So everybody in these cards has once, it's an actual photograph of somebody who once lived on the earth plane. So they've got a little bit of an added oomph, if you like, to them. And so just before we started, I gave them a shuffle. And the card that jumped out, there's two cards, but one of them really resonates with both what you said, Rhonda and Teresa. It's this one. It's called the driver.
Oh, wow.
And it's really powerful, this one, because you can see that this, this man has got his head down like that on that bicycle. And he's pedal power. So it's hard work. This is really hard work, pedaling this. But he's got determination in his face. So if you're referring to like the Gemini month that we're in, this Gemini, this is exactly what you were saying. It's like there's nothing you can't achieve if you're in the driving seat. You're in control of your own life. You're the master of your own ship. You're the creator of your future, and it's all going to pay off. And this is an adventure. Life is an adventure, and we should just plow forward no matter what it is we're striving towards. Enjoy sort of every minute of every day. Don't lose sight of your goals. And that's what I see with this, which sort of really ties in with what both of you have said about those gorgeous cards that you both used. And these are sort of very sepia kind of cards. They're very sort of black and white and things, but because they're like that, I think they tell a story. They're almost like they come out at you, and they're powerful. And this is, to me, when the driver fell out of the pack, I thought, and you started to read the cards, I thought, yeah, I know why that one's come out now. So yeah, so that's my little bit with that card.
As we always say, there's no coincidences here.
Yeah.
So I didn't know, Katie, if you wanted to draw a card, or if you got one.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put you
I
up.
was excited to participate, and I felt called to pull.
Oh, I love those cards.
Yeah, this one's more of a galactic spin. But interestingly enough, the card that ended up coming, same thing, jumped out, was about connection with groundedness and the root chakra. And I think this is so important, well, for Geminis in general, and then for all of us really, because I'll go into this a little more when we go into the astrology section. But Geminis are, like everybody was saying, the twin, the ability to hold all of this mental information. And, sometimes you can get a little ungrounded, right? And that's why the multiple aspects come out. So we've got Uranus, the great awakener, the just planet that just takes things in completely, takes them galactic, that's just moved into Gemini. And so that can amplify, not just for Geminis, but for all of us, right? All this stimulus and this information and this connection, and our nervous systems are really, being stimulated right now. So what a beautiful reminder of just bringing that, staying open, staying receptive, right? We don't necessarily want to close that off, because this is where we're going. We've got Uranus really lighting that up and moving us forward in quantum leap ways. But how do you ground? How do you stay connected with the earth, right? So that you can hold all of this, so your nervous system doesn't get overstimulated. So I just thought that was such a beautiful picture. And again, just a reminder for all of us, myself included.
That's totally lovely. I love that. I have the affirmations now for Gemini. Is that okay, Rhonda?
Awesome. Yeah.
Okay, I picked 3. I trust my inner voice and express my inner truth with clarity, confidence, and grace.
Goes right along.
Second one, I welcome new possibilities while honoring the wisdom I have gained from every experience.
Oh, that's
And
good.
then lastly, This is almost exactly what you're saying, though, there, Katie. That's what reminded me of these. My mind is open. My heart is grounded. See?
Ooh,
And I move forward with curiosity, joy, and purpose.
It's almost like you knew what we were going to pull.
right.
I love that. Did you want to do one for the collective, since for all our other friends who are watching today, and as we, close this.
All right. I'm using the same one, Beyond the Maria from Izzy Ivy. And this one is a soul star chakra. So y'all familiar with that one.
Oh.
It's about like the 10 to 15 inches over our head. But check it out. Check it out. What's going on there? And so anyway, some of the main words about this one: transcendence, letting go, being filled with divine light, channeling, karmic records, the bridge between the spiritual and the physical realms, and ascension, which this is for the collective and all of us, but I feel spirit sessions as well. I mean, what do you think? This is a reminder. Remember that you are an infinite being with the ability to expand your awareness beyond space and time. I mean, don't we love that? It's the best. Meditate on the idea that everything that ever was and ever will be is happening simultaneously right now across multiple dimensions. And at this point, I think we could use this card for clearing of our soul star chakra. And it's saying karma, or what can be implemented or cleared for your optimal progress toward ascension. So let any soul chakra clearing go there.
Make us a clear channel from our higher self into ourself. That's what the soul chakra channel
You
is.
got it, Rhonda.
So,
You got it. This is where unicorns come from too, when they come through. All right, there you go. Thank you.
okay, I have a card, another Kyle Gray card deck, which I use often. This is my angel guide deck that I use for most of my oracle card readings when I do readings.
Oh, I love that. I need a new angel.
Oh, I have too many collections. I'm going to be a card hoarder in my old age, I'm sure. But this one I pulled out was composure. And, there's still a lot of static going on. I call it static because there's still a lot of static because it's overriding the real calm of the world right now. And there's still static. This card encourages you to step back into the energy of equanimity. Equanimity is the Zen-like state in which you refrain from reacting to situations out of fear and separation. Right now, angels of pure divine light are helping you feel guarded and guided, and encouraging you to recognize that you have an incredible force of love within you. And by expressing that, dear ones, to the world, we calm, we ground that static, and we make it more a frequency of love. So be what you want to see in the world is what this is saying. You want composure, you have to be composed. You got to turn off that TV with the news, because we can't do anything about the news. We can do something about this. And this will change the news. And if you don't believe me, you'll have to read the studies about when lots of people meditate, how everything calms down. There's a difference in the world, a difference in the vibe. So if we bring our vibe up by being composed and connected to the light, we can change the whole atmosphere of everyone around us. And that'll change everyone around them, and that'll change the world. And that's my last preach for this spirit session.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Golden.
That's right.
But Rhonda, that just brought something to mind. You don't mind? You know what I'm like. I can talk.
I love it. You go ahead, Matt. You're the best.
With something that you've just said, about meditation and how you leave the TV and whatever, and all the youngsters that are doing this all the time. Just leave it there and meditate. And I'm lucky enough to along with Steve Furlong, who he and I run Feathers Academy together. And so we're lucky enough to have an aura camera. And so we use that at like mind, body and spirit fairs, or if we do workshops, do spiritual workshops. And we have done an exercise where someone has had an aura photograph taken before we start to meditate. And then they've had another aura photograph taken after we've meditated. So at the beginning and at the end, the colours are just incredible, and how they move at a different vibration, because you can physically see how they've sort of slowed down and sort of like chilled, and it's absolutely beautiful. And that's why I love working with the aura camera as a physical representation of energy, because you can see how it changes the whole vibration, and that's simply by you going within and focusing on your own energy, and you're transported. You forget the body, you forget all the troubles, you forget everything else, and you're just somewhere else, you know. It sort of brought to mind a meditation that I had. We sort of discussed this before we started the show today, but I had an experience with some underground caves that I went into with Megan Downs for Haunted History. We're exploring the underground caves. They've been there for a long, long time. We're talking like, the 1600s, 1700s, when we were encountering spirit energy from there. Anyway, a few days later, I did a meditation at home in this room, and I was transported to one of those caves. And Katie, the card that you pulled with, in the earth underneath the tree, that photograph, that is what I experienced in that underground tunnel.
Whoa.
I was all of a sudden transported to this beautiful lights everywhere, and a golden light that connected to me within that tunnel, within the meditation. And it wasn't coming from spirit energy, it was coming from the universe. And I felt as though I was very grounded, but at the same time, like the tree of life, you're open to all of that universal knowledge. And so that really, when you showed that card, I sort of visibly went like that. I thought,
wow.
That's that meditation that I did, and so meditation is really, really powerful. And it's so good. You're giving yourself the best thing you can, and that's your own time, and you are in the moment.
That spirit within.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah. So sorry for jumping in, but I just
No,
that.
that's great, because it kind of last episode we had Brahma, Ishaya on. He's an Ishaya meditation teacher, and he was on talking about Ishaya Ascension, which is a form of meditation, which is one that I just studied a couple of weekends ago. And because I'm a very poor meditator, so I thought I would look for a methodology. And this one connects to the ascendant, or the God light within us, and helps clear, and by doing a certain process, helps clear and heal us, as well as meditating, and it connects, like you said, to light, and makes you feel grounded at the same time. And you feel so much better. And we had, it was great. So they have it all over the windows. So I love that. I love how everything comes. Okay.
Right, because when I that card popped out, I have to say, when we're talking about Gemini and all the things, I thought, well, that's an interesting card. But then when you said that you got that reaction, the universe is obviously working through us, right, to give a greater message. So I just think it's so fascinating, the synchronicities.
Gotta love it.
Gotta love it.
Gotta love it. That's so cute. So great. So have you got one for the rest of the collective? Could you give us a card for the rest of the collective? Can I bother you for that, Jackie? Do you have another card?
I do have another card, and it's from the same deck. I've got, as we were talking, I'm going, I need to find that deck. I need to find that deck. So I've got two more decks. But I have come This is the other one that I literally shuffle the cards, and the top part, it's off the same deck, the Beloved Dead. And this one sort of takes me back to my beginnings.
Oh,
Wow.
beautiful.
Yeah, so here's a blacksmith, and he's hard at work, and the card is called labor, and so he's creating something. It's hard work, and he's taking a lot of time and trouble there. So he's naughtily smoking a pipe while he's doing that.
Well, he's in
Which
a
you
blacksmith shop, so how could that hurt?
Right. But it's hard work, and he's I mean, blacksmiths don't just create sort of like horseshoes and things like that. They create many wonderful things. So, I have a fire poker which is twisted that my son-in-law made for me many, many years ago, because he's was a blacksmith. But this takes me back to my roots with rescue mediums. So I'll keep it as very brief as possible. But with family history, I was looking into my family history. And I was looking for my great-great-grandfather, who I've never found, but I was told that he emigrated from England to Canada. He didn't, he never did, but his brother did, and his brother was a blacksmith. And so he left England as a blacksmith and ended up in Toronto, doing lots of different kinds of work. And if it hadn't been for him, rescue mediums would never have been born. I would never have gone to Canada. I wouldn't have never met such fantastic people or been allowed to do the work that I've done there for a long time. And get paid for something that I love to do. I mean, how great is that? It's fantastic. I think it brought me closer to a family that I didn't know, who I'd never met, and other family members that were brought in. Some were bloodline, and some were just rescue mediums family here, but all started with the blacksmith. And so all of that hard work, and I truly believe that it was my great uncle Oliver, who was the blacksmith in England. I truly believe that it was him who had orchestrated, along with others in spirit, to get me to go to Canada. I really believe that that's the case, because I would never have met Michael Lamport. I would never have met Gregory Shepherd. Yeah, and I wouldn't be talking to all of you now, if it hadn't been for this card, for the blacksmith. So I just, that's another of my little stories that, when I see a card, I think, oh yes, that reminds me of, yes. So that's one of them.
I love your stories.
Yes.
So, Katie, I'm going to put you in the hot spot. Boop. There we go. Have you got another card for the collective? And then I'll let you do your.
Collective?
Then I'll let you do your space weather report.
Oh, okay, absolutely. Yes, I'll just take a few minutes. And this is just such a.
And then I'm going to go back to Jackie and get some more stories from her before.
Yes, absolutely, that'll be great for everybody to integrate. What I'm going to touch on, just as we're bringing spirit sessions to a close. I don't think it's an accident that we're doing it during one of the most significant astrological transitions of our lifetime. We've been talking about this, these last couple of years, the intensity and the shifts and the changes, and where the universe is really pushing us and asking us to go and to grow. And I know for many of you out there listening, for years now, it feels like we've been in this pressure cooker, right? I mean, the world's been changing, our relationships have been changing, our work's been changing, even our identities have been changing. And you're probably, if you're like me, you're feeling like the old version of you no longer fits. You're not imagining it. And that's what's so beautiful about astrology. It gives us some, as above, so below, right? And, we can look for validation and confirmation in the skies, in the cosmos. But we're in the middle of this massive planetary handoff, and totally stepping into a new era, as you know, you have held such beautiful space to be the bridge, you know, with spirit sessions and bring everybody on and communicate out, you know, so that we can increase our awareness and be receptive to stepping into 5D. Because I really feel like the energy theme of 2026 has been and is about becoming someone new. And I just wanted to touch on a couple of, like, you know, just the major transits that are going to be hitting us for the rest of the year. Because right now, you know, like I said, we've been doing so much releasing and so much clearing space, right? So that we can not take the old version with us. You know, we've got this opportunity right now to really ask ourselves, like, who am I without all these old stories that have boxed me in? And, you know, really realizing how much conditioning and programming, like how much of yourself isn't even really you. And for instance, like coming up this week, actually, June 9th, we've got this beautiful conjunction of the two most, you know, benefic, you know, kind of good vibe planets, Venus and Jupiter, are meeting, conjunct, touching in the skies in Cancer. And I think that's one of the most beautiful alignments of the year, because these are planets of blessings, they're planets of abundance, and they're planets that give us growth and opportunity. And when they come together in the skies like that, it really is showing us a door opening. But the cool thing with it being in Cancer is about, it's not asking like, what can you achieve? And, you know, like with these two planets, like expand, expand, expand. It's asking more like, how much can you receive? Because I think as the divine feminine is rising and, you know, we're coming into more of a balanced 5D reality dynamic, it's not about working harder or pushing yourself harder or trying to prove your value and your worth anymore and looking outside of yourself. This conjunction is really asking you, can you receive what you've earned? You know, like, can you let in support? Can you receive the love that you are, the power that you are, right? And you've got to be able to do that before, at the end of June, that's when everybody's been talking about, you know, Jupiter's making its big shift into Leo. And Leo, this is just such a cool time because, you know, it causes everything to shift from that Cancer energy of, again, really highlighting, you know, where you're at and your openness and the fact that you have to go inward, right, before Leo, you know, is about shining outward and really not having, again, Leo is the king, Leo is the queen energy. It's Leo does not effort. Leo is the sun. You know, everything orbits around the sun, right? And the sun is merely expressing it. It's just shining its light. It's, you know, so we're really in this time where we're if you look around in your life, you know, the signs and synchronicities that you saw just in our interaction so far on the show that, you know, were not planned at all, you'll start to notice that, you know, where are you going? Where are you being given opportunities to shine your light and share yourself with the world? And you've done enough processing and healing and learning and growing at this point. Now it's time, you know, it's the mother bird pushing us all out of the nest. And what are you going to do with everything that you've learned so far? Because Jupiter is really going to give you this opportunity to show up in creative ways and play and lighten up. I think things have been so heavy for a very long time, extremely intense. And I'm not going to say everything's going to be rainbows and butterflies, you know, come July, but we really are in this little, you know, pocket right now of lightening up and turning towards joy, even with the days getting lighter and longer, right? Like, you know, move with that energy, because you find when you've got the wind at your sails, so to speak, you know, things will be a little more effortless and a little more easy, only if you are aligned though, right? Because if you're not, if you're still operating from the mind and the mental plane that's like, I need to be doing this, I should be doing that, all of that stuff, you're not tapping into your body's wisdom, to your energetic field, to your connection with the all, and really, riding the wave, so to speak, instead of letting it hammer you and getting stuck in the old stories. We don't have time. There's no room for that anymore. So instead of asking yourself, like, who am I? We've had all of this time, especially these last few years where it's been really intense. There's been a lot of retrograde energy, and we've been doing a lot of that inward work. Now the question becomes, am I willing to let myself be seen? Right. So I know that's a scary, time or a scary place for some people, because, it is like, oh my gosh, am I ready to put myself out there? But again, Leo isn't efforting. Leo's magnetic, right? And you've got all of this powerful, Venus, Jupiter energy, like things are working for you, just step into that and trust. It's kind of like the universe is asking you to kind of fall back and trust that it's got you, and that it's gonna, push you up and just allow the right people, the right places, the right opportunities to just drop in your lap. And we talked a little bit about Uranus is now in Gemini. This is a game changer. We can see it when we look at AI and we look at how rapidly things seem to be moving. And I don't know about you guys, but I've been having a real challenge with time. It's like once you do start to step into these higher frequencies and realities, time really is a construct that we've created here on Earth just to contain ourselves. And so we're in this weird dynamic, this like liminal space, so Uranus is really, now that it's in Gemini, it's game on. You talk about quantum leaps. We are now stepping into the great awakening of the mind. And it's preparing us for, more of this quantum leap energy. So information's moving faster, AI's exploding, like all the ways we are learning, teaching, communicating, transforming, all of that is really being highlighted right now. And again, it's going to bring up your old narratives, right? This is mental energy. This is an awakener, a disruptor kind of energy that is pushing us all to liberate ourselves from getting in our own way and being our own worst enemies, right? And where are you holding yourself back? So, what would you start thinking in terms of what your life would look like if you could rewire your brain and let all of that go, right? Like just turn the page, new book, new chapter. What would your life look like from here on out? Because this is that kind of game changer energy that we're stepping into. And like I said, we've got a lot of really good, support right now in the skies and in the universe. And
So no more excuses.
No
So
more excuses.
No more
And
excuses.
that's Uranus. Like you try to hide under a rock, and Uranus is lifting the rock. This is electrical energy.
No more. As soon as I get this, I can do that. No, it's go time.
It's go time. I love that. And I just want to touch too on, what Rhonda's saying is validated when we've talked now for a bit, that we've got Saturn and Neptune that cross that zero, that fresh start. This is a whole new chapter for all of us, for the collective, for consciousness as we know it. And Saturn and Neptune being in Aries are proof of that, because Saturn represents our reality and Neptune represents our dreams. And for years, these energies have felt separate. Like what would life be like? I'm dreaming over here, but this is my reality over here. Now we've got them merging. So we've got this, ability to act and initiate and have the courage that Aries is, that trailblazer kind of courage to create a new identity. Or really what we're doing is we're stripping away everything to come back to our power, to come back to who we truly are at our core essence. And that's that Neptune spirit. Saturn is the body, is our vessel. Neptune is our spirit. Aries is this new identity, this new reality that we are being given. And one last thing to just remind everybody, the biggest planet, you know, the one that really drives all of the cycles and everything as a baseline for all of us is Pluto. And we've got Pluto, which only changes signs every like 20, 25 years, you know, so like this, for a lot of us, this could be for the rest of our lives, right? Pluto moving into Aquarius really was the marker of us stepping in, crossing that threshold into the age of Aquarius, right? Pluto it takes no prisoners, you know, you can't take it with you. This is, you start to see this, you know, in layers over and over again. And that's the universe really driving it home that, you know, what doesn't work in your life and even in systems and, you know, as a whole, right? We're witnessing that being challenged everywhere we go, whether it's institution, leadership structures, just the ways that our society is organized, you know, in general. But it's asking you personally, like, where are you giving your power away? Are you, you know, man, even if you think you're not, if you really sit with yourself and look at yourself in the mirror, I mean, how many of us can really say, I am not giving my power away in all, you know, areas of my life? There's usually a couple areas, even if you think you've done the work, that you really still are. And this time that we're in right now is about stepping out of that victim mindset. The age of Pisces is, you know, it is giving your power over to a guru or somebody outside of yourself, right? And seeking and seeking and seeking. And there's no more time for that. Everything is being stripped away from you for your highest good. You know, it's not that the universe is out to get you, right? So you've got to let go of the fear. You know, Pluto is there to really shed light on that. Because I always say awareness is everything. And when you allow yourself that inward journey, that you know, self-reflection, and you really get real and you really get honest with yourself, that's the only way. You know, my dad used to always say, you know, he was a World War II guy, and you know, the only way out is through. And I think we're really being shown that, you know, in this way that you're not able to get out of it like you used to be able to, and you can't take it with you. So just keep that in mind, you know, see where you still have the mask on, really dig deep and go down to that version of you that's underneath all of it. You know, how your parents told you you needed to act, and, you know, work told you these rules you need to follow, and, you know, like wondering, you know, again, giving your power away. When is it going to be easier? When am I going to get a break? But the break starts with you. It's that Neptune and Saturn and Aries energy. And how am I going to, you know, create and take just one little step each day in the direction of your passions and your dreams, and listen to your energy and listen to your body and come back home to yourself. So just pay attention, you know, to what feels alive for you and what's knocking at the door of your heart. And that's that Leo energy. That's just Jupiter and Leo is all about the heart leading the way. And then Uranus and Gemini is the mind awakening and understanding that when the heart leads the way, and then you've got the awareness that we're really able to tap into on a galactic level now. Anything is possible. And I wish the best for all of you. I'm so grateful to my dear friends, Teresa and Rhonda, for, you know, letting me be on the show and be on this journey and in the arena with both of you. And I just commend the work that you've done in giving us all access to these brilliant minds and beings like Jackie, that's here today, sharing our stories and uplifting and inspiring us all, to step into the world of energy and the realm of vibration and frequency, and really taking things to the next level and leading the way. And maybe this is a good time for Jackie to, step forward and just share a couple stories and bring us home.
I'm gonna put it up. Yeah, because Jackie's like she has haunted history now with Megan, and that's an exciting. Oh, she also is a podcast star on Inspector Paranormal, and yeah, she's the resident psychic, and it's she gets at odds with the skeptic, but that's the way it is. I think you've moved him over to the more believing side, but has to stay skeptical, even though I think he's been changed from his interactions with you. But Jackie, tell us a little bit about your show and like you've transitioned and what you're doing now. Like I know you still have Feathers Academy. Are you still actively teaching? Do you still actively have courses going online and going on as well?
Yeah. So I've not got a shop anymore. I've just got my little place here. But yeah, still doing everything that I was doing before. Haunted history, of course, I'm doing with Megan Downs, and I'm the older, experienced medium. She's
Season.
also
I
experienced.
love it.
She's also very experienced. Yeah,
I could see
really
Katie's
well
eyes
together.
light up. I could see Katie's eyes light up when you talked about your aura camera.
Oh, did you? I was so into that. Oh my gosh.
Oh, well, I love that. Because but both Megan and I also see aura. We see the aura of the people that we're interacting with, physical, but also the spirit energy aura as well. So, and I think that's because Megan trained with us at Feathers, so she knows all about the how to read an aura. She's a Reiki healer as well herself. But the aura camera that we use on our uh, uh, mind, body, and spirit events or workshops and everything, it's fascinating to be able to see that energy. Yourself. I work on a different show, well, a couple of different shows as well. It's Vector Paranormal. I work on that show. That's a podcast, and we go into or discuss different hauntings that are happening, and it comes from the person who it's been happening to, narrated by Tom Barrow. We have a historian with us who looks into the history of where that has taken place, and then we also have a skeptic as well. So it's a panel, which is that's quite a refreshing thing, and I love working on that show. I've been to Japan. I've done 3 shows in Japan, and absolutely love working there. I'm in talks with them again about going for another period out there. So that's really exciting for me as well. But if I can just come back to a sort of linking Japan to what we've been talking about earlier, especially Katie, what you were just saying. The whole time I've got these cards which are in Japanese.
Oh
And
wow.
I probably even got them upside down because I can't read Japanese. But these were given to me by a very dear friend of mine here in England. She went to a Mind, Body and a spirit event, and saw these, and she bought them for me. And whilst you were talking, I was sort of busy shuffling all the cards like this. And as you started to talk about Leo, this card popped out.
Oh wow. That is
And then you continue to talk about, the journey and having that power, and it coming from doing things that you love to do and that, you want to do, and harnessing that power moving forward. And then as you were saying that, this card came out.
Oh,
that
the
is
light.
glorious.
You'll have to
And
turn
aren't
on
they
your Google
gorgeous?
Translate with your phone and see if you can.
It's almost like the heart of the lion is shining here,
Oh, oh yeah.
Well, and to me, that when I was talking about the Saturn and Neptune
Yes.
and Aries, it's like, yes, bringing the
Yes.
higher self now, the God aspect of us in and grounding it, integrating it.
I know, and this one has got like, it's like thousands of little fireflies, but energy, it's energy all around it. Look at that.
Oh, that's a beautiful, beautiful.
Isn't it gorgeous? And I thought, really, this is where we all are now, not just us here, you know, the four of us talking today, but you know, people in the world. It's like we're leaving the energy, the stale energy almost is going, and we're now harnessing something else and moving forward. And for all of you, you know, with the spirit sessions that you've done over the years, and on behalf of veryparanormal.com, I really want to thank you for everything that you have done. I'm going to cry in a minute, so
You
I'm
know,
going to carry on talking about this card, just to focus my energy on this a little bit, because this is the way forward, and we're all going in a new direction now, and we're all heading somewhere else. Friends forever, of course, but heading in a new direction. So I think this is absolutely spot on for where we all are right now. We're going forward with that love in our hearts that we've all embraced with each other. We've all learned from each other, you know, because energy is an exchange, isn't it? You know, as you give, you receive. And this is now, have confidence to move forward in whatever area of your journey you're in, whatever your next step. It doesn't really matter what the next step is. Just walk forward with the confidence, knowing that you are surrounded by loving energy, and it's the right step to take, you know. So for everyone, so I personally want to wish all of you the very, very best of everything for your future.
Thank
that's beautiful.
you. Thank you.
Love
Thank you for being so inspiring and generous with your time and with your platform. We really appreciated it, and we really appreciate you and Megan and all the work you do.
Yes.
Bringing forward and normalizing all of this is so empowering for the next generations. They don't have to hide their light under a bushel anymore. They can let it shine out. So I think it's a better way to be. Now I'm going to put Teresa on the hot spot, because I want her to say what her next steps are, because I know she's on a journey. She's been really working hard. I don't know if you know, but Teresa's lost. Teresa has been going to the gym for the past, how long, Teresa?
Oh, look at those.
Almost 700 days.
700 days. And she's lost like a small person.
I've lost, right now I'm at 66 pounds that I lost.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's not on blood pressure medication anymore.
Yep,
The
got off that.
part has gone away. Her type 2 diabetes has gone away. She's done so much work. That's through the Breakthrough Network Community Show. And they have a gym. They have
a virtual gym that we meet at.
Yeah,
Oh,
and they do
wow.
their own exercises, and they cheer each other on. It's at 7 in the morning. I'm at work, so I just have to cheer you on from here.
What a great concept. I love that.
So
I
like
do-
the first 50 pounds came off dancing to the videos of people working out to the Bee Gees. Okay. So that all came off easy, you guys. Okay. I'm doing Staying Alive, and you should be dancing. There's like, I get it to like 16 to 20 minutes. This whole video is like, yes, this is it. And then for now that I've really only got 10 more pounds to go, I've added in every other day of strength training, because I had a lot of body dysmorphia and I felt freaky weird with bones sticking out and like felt fragile. But that goes away when you start working out with the weights, and it's whew. So I'm catching up to myself, y'all.
That's so inspiring, Teresa. Oh,
Thank
So
you.
tell us what else you're doing, because you're doing readings again. You're doing other things as well. So, and what is the future?
Well,
you
right
think
now
of?
I'm taking a break, because what we did here was so significant and such a major part of my life. I'm going to have a little bit of break to significantly close that door, and then open. And I have all kinds of things planned. But one of the things I'd really like to do is, when I was a teenager, my mom and I used to go to the taping of a TV show called Solid Gold. And I'd
Oh,
like to do a show because it's a time capsule. Not too many people my age got to go there regularly like I did. And I met a lot of people. I made a fool of myself, mostly in front of a lot of people. But it's a time capsule. It's a unique time that can't be had again. So I might start somewhere, either in my own video or on Project Joy Live in the morning. Was somewhere I'm going to start sharing some of those stories, before I forget them all,
Right. I love
But you're
it.
still doing your readings and that for your business.
I'm
and-
doing my readings. I'm also starting to make some choose your own adventure kind of things that because on Ripley, where we have, you can change rooms and things. It's, oh my God. I'm working with Jessica through making experiences, because content everywhere, right? Content burnout, right? How about the experience, the connection that really comes? And so we're kind of stepping back and learning to come in with connection with each other, because that's where we're moving, right? We're moving to the oneness and the wholeness.
True.
So yes, I am working on a lot of things, but which ones will stick, we'll find out,
So, and
Well,
all
that's that
of our
Leo
guests.
energy.
Yeah.
Yes,
Leo
it
energy.
is. That's
No
right.
more excuses. Just move forward, right? No more excuses.
All of us now.
That's right. No more excuses. Now on with the adventures. Teresa, and all of our guests and all of our people, you'll be able to find all our information for contact in our attached to this video or podcast, just so you know where to go look for her, and for Katie and for Jackie and for myself. Me, I'm going to just be doing more healing sessions. I do healing through the Akashic Records, Reiki through the Akashic Records. You can find me there, and here and there, different gigs maybe. And if you're missing this connection with us, you can join Katie's Celestial Circle, because she never talks about her Celestial Circle. Tell us about your Celestial Circle so everybody knows about that, so you can get in touch with you there.
Absolutely.
I'm going to see you
Yes.
on Friday, right?
It's just the first Friday of every month. It's online. And what's cool is we end up having people really from all over the world. It's just an incredible group of just people like all of us here today that are just wanting a safe space to expand and explore and support each other. And as we all, like we just said, move forward into this new dynamic. And I usually just do, we talk about what's happening energetically like we did today, and then we'll do different things like Qigong or the biofeedback frequency work to attune, to the highest potential of that energy. And we share stories and we laugh and we cry and we do all the things. And in between, we meet once a month, but I am sending out attunements every week for whether it's physical based, like Teresa's saying, we're all literally metamorphosizing, so we need support in that way, emotionally, mentally, energetically, all the things. So it just is just such a wonderful, I think this age of Aquarius energy is so about finding your tribe. And with the connection that we have through AI and all of the, metas and all the different things, like we're realizing we're not contained anymore. And you really, truly can find, people that are going through the same things you're going through. And you don't have to feel so utterly alone in it. It's just amazing, I think, when we just come together and we carve out time for ourselves. Like, I think Jackie was talking about how important meditation is, and just these little things, and they don't have to cost a lot. It's like the price of a cup of coffee. So treat yourself and come play with us. And I'm a Leo, so I'm telling you, this is my year. It's like opportunities. So let's come support each other in that. I love it.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Have you got another adventure coming up for overseas or anything like you did?
Actually, ask. I just got asked next spring for, and Jackie, you probably know this, the Mary Magdalene ley lines that run through
Ooh.
France, in England, all the way up to Scotland. And
Yes.
if anybody's been following, Robert Grant, like he's been doing so much work with, they've actually now relocated the crown chakra to Scotland. And done a complete activation just of, to adjust with the new earth. But I love that we're going to be focusing on the feminine strength and rising and empowerment. And again, just coming back home to the essence of yourself. And like we did in Scotland, Rhonda went to Scotland with me. And, you clear the space like we just talked about. And you clear the space within you, but then you connect in with Gaia and these portals like Jackie probably does all the time, and get these activations that allow you to make these quantum leaps forward that you wouldn't necessarily be able to make, if you were just in your everyday routine. So you can always connect with me on my website and get on my email list, and I'll keep you posted on all the fun
So are
things.
you going back to Scotland, or where are you?
Yes, we will. Laura is our planner, and she has Scotland on the radar for sometime next year. I don't have a date exactly just yet. So France and Scotland, if any of those are
Oh,
appealing.
France is cool. Yeah, I'd like to go to France.
Well, come, Rhonda. We had the most
We'll have to
amazing.
see.
You got
Yeah.
to
Well, we'll
Yeah.
put it out there. We'll just put it out.
Put
there.
it
in
as-
space.
I can hold it back. Yes. No
That's
worries.
right.
And Jackie, I want to give you the final word. So you were talking about Very Paranormal. Are you continuing on with that? Veryparanormal.com? Have you?
At this, we've got a meeting very, very shortly about the future of veryparanormal.com. As you know, Michael Lamport passed away, so so we're having another meeting to see where we go forward with that platform. But at the moment, it's still very much up and running.
Okay. And do you have a special YouTube for haunted history, or how is that? How can people
Yeah.
watch that?
Yeah, so we have a website, which if you just type in hauntedhistory.co.uk, Psychics on the Ghost Trail, you'll find us there. And we also have our own YouTube, so you can get to us from the website, or you can just put Haunted History on YouTube and you'll find us on there. So at the moment, we've got 5 episodes that are up and running. That's season 1. But season 2 will be going up very, very shortly. So yeah, so you can find us on there and see what we're up to and how we work together.
Jackie,
Wow.
you sound like you have the most adventurous life. Like, I mean,
Going to
man,
Japan. That's so cool, eh? Oh,
I love it. I love my job. My husband retired 4 years ago. I have no intention of retiring because I just love what I do, So
right. It's
like-
not work for you. Yeah, it's
adventure.
alignment. That's what happens when you are aligned, right?
yeah. And I get to meet wonderful people like you three. So, and we all share energy. What don't you love about that? It's great.
Right.
that's so sweet. So Teresa, have you got any closing words before we?
I do. I have a quick letter I'm going to read because I know it's kind of late, but I will read this little
We
letter.
don't have to worry about it. It's our last episode. We're not.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is like from my heart to everyone, to all the guests and to all of our family here. And so back when we began Spirit Sessions, I don't think any of us knew how far this journey would take us.
Right.
Do you remember, Rhonda? I was sitting on the floor of my granddaughter's bedroom with the purple wall behind me when we started. I didn't even have a chair to sit in. And so look what we did. And we showed up week after week. We shared our stories, the insights, the encouragement, and the presence. This is what we got from all of our guests. And a lot of people don't realize what we learned on the show was one thing, but we've got so much more education and clearings and things afterwards too. So it's been total education. And we come to the end of Spirit Sessions, and I don't feel sadness. I feel so much gratitude, the deepest of gratitude for every conversation. Think of how many we've had. Every guest, every moment of laughter, every breakthrough, and every connection that we've shared. Life is calling each of us into new adventures. This is a good thing. New ways of serving, new ways of growing and spreading that beautiful light. May this not be a goodbye, but rather a blessing forward. May you continue to trust yourself and follow what lights up your soul. May you continue to grow, to heal, to love, and discover the beauty that is uniquely yours. You are the light, the love, and the joy. Your voice and your truth matters, and the world is brighter because you are here. Thank you for sharing this journey with you. And from my heart to yours, I wish every blessing on the road abroad. And I leave you with 4 songs that, because I love you, I'm not going to sing them. One is from Roy Rogers, one is from Diana Ross, and then we got Fall Out Boy. And I might add in the Carpenters, but Roy Rogers, happy trails to you until we meet again. Diana Ross, ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley no enough to keep, you remember Diana there. Fall Out Boy, thanks for the memories. Thanks, the memories.
Yes.
And then there was a beautiful, Karen Carpenter was singing, we've only just begun. So see, there's more light to share with each and every one of us. So I look forward. Blessings and love to all of you.
Thank you, Teresa. Thank you for this adventure. Thank you, Katie. Thank you for coming along. And thank you, Jackie. Thank you for supporting us and being here. We've loved every guest that we've had, over 300, I believe. And I know some of them, it was their first time on, so we felt so good, and they've gone on from there. And other ones, they they're so high in our eyes, and they came onto our little show, and we were so blessed. I mean, COVID was a blessing for us in a lot of ways, and we just want to say thank you to everyone who's watched and been with us. And you can reach out to us anytime, and please know that if there's over 300 episodes in the archives and the YouTube that are available to you, and our podcast is still on. So if you need a view of the lights, just drop in and you can get it us there. And thank you again. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Thank you, all of us. Thank you from all of us. Thanks.
It's not goodbye. It's see you later.
See you later.
See you later, alligator. Maybe in person. You never know. Start running the world just for a moment. I'm going to end this, but you guys stay on.
This is a view of the light.